Chapter 2. We left Denver in the middle of the night, with some clothes and some family pictures, toothbrushes and combs, all in plastic bags since our suitcases were monogrammed. The morning before we left, 2 Jehovah's Witnesses rang our bell. Mama answered the door, but unlike the other times Jehovah's Witnesses came by our house, she didn't say, "No thank you," and close it again. She bought a watchtower and a wake and a small brown book called Reasoning the Scriptures. "But you don't have a religious bone in your body," my sister said to her. "What do I have?" Mama asked. Then she shook her head, brushed the hair back from Cameron's forehead, and tried to smile. "You know I don't mean that." But she packed the literature into her bag. This morning, I tried to remember my grandmother's face. I tried to remember the evening she came by to say she couldn't come with us, that Denver was the place she'd always known, and she couldn't see herself at 75 going to start a new life somewhere. "Look at these hands," she said, holding out her hands to show us the way, the veins pushed up against her dark skin. "These hands belong to an old lady. At night, my teeth go in a glass and the arthritis feels like it wants to get the best of me. Denver's the only place I've ever lived, and I've never planned on not dying here." Mama's eyes started tearing, but Grandma put a finger to her lips. "Hush now," Grandma said. "Don't start there. You'll see me again," she said. "You will." The afternoon before the men came, we kissed my grandmother goodbye as she sat rocking slowly in her blue chair. I've never seen my grandmother cry, but that day her chin quivered just the tiniest bit before she sniffed and said, "This isn't how I want y'all to remember me." I stood a little bit away from all of them, Mama, Daddy, and Cameron, remembering how Grandma used to say, "This rocker will belong to you one day, Taswia." I watched everyone doing what they could not to cry, thinking, that day is never going to come. Even then, though, it wasn't 100% real to me. As I stood there in the middle of my grandma's living room with the Denver sun coming in through the thin yellow curtains, I thought, this is all just a game, a stupid game. Tomorrow Daddy will say, "I changed my mind. This is all too much to leave behind." But what I know now is this. Look at your grandmother's face. Remember the lines. Touch her cheekbones. Hold the memory of her in your fingers, in your eyes, in your mind. It might be all you get to keep. Left behind is that rocker and one Taswia Green standing with their arms folded on a tree-lined street in Colorado. If one of my old classmates shows a group picture around, someone might ask, "Who's that?" And the classmate will answer, "That was Taswia. She just disappeared one day. Weird, huh?" Mama says the lies we're forced to tell are God's will. She believes God sent his witnesses to our door that morning for a reason. He knew I'd need them, she says. Mama's wrapped her arms around God's leg, Anna says. I guess she figures he'll drag her to a better place. These days, Mama prays and prays. One day the end is going to come, she says. I don't tell her it came a long time ago. Put your feet down on my old floors in Denver and keep walking. See the pictures of the 4 of us, Mama, Daddy, me, and Cameron, smiling. Those are cool names, you say, Cameron and Taswia. If you want, you can have them. They don't belong to us anymore. Take the gray carpeted stairs, too, at a time, the way me and my sisters used to do. See the spot at the top of the stair that's flattened? Matt Cat used to sleep there because the sun came through the skylight and shined right on him. Listen, can you hear him purring? Go to the right, and you're in my room. Pretty, plain. The room smells of pencil shavings. The stack of journals that I've kept since I was old enough to write haven't yet been destroyed. Open the top one to the last page. They don't know I hear them talking late at night when they think me and Cameron are asleep. Daddy says Mr. Dennis and Mr. Randall killed that boy. He wants to be a witness to it. Break the blue wall of silence. That's what he calls it. I never thought of silence that way. Blue. A whole wall of it. Like a swimming pool gone wrong. Like blue gelato ices that me and Lulu scrape with wooden spoons. Eat till our lips and tongues are dark blue, black as aliens or dead people's. The letters and the birthday cards, monogram towels, and the toys we played with when we were little kids. The green sweater with Tossie knitted into the yellow letters. The Tossie T baseball cap I used to wear backward. TGIF. Taswia Green is fabulous on the pillowcase. A gift from Lulu for my 12th birthday. Gone, gone, gone. Keep walking. Down the long carpeted hall into Cameron's girly, Pink room with its frill white curtains and huge girl power poster on the ceiling. In the corner of the left window, you'll find a heart painted bright red with a black magic markered arrow through it and the letters C and J, Joseph, the boy she used to love. These are the things we left behind. When they sell our house, the new people will ask, who lived here before? And the realtor will give them someone else's name. She will say, oh, it was a nice single man, I hear. Or maybe she'll say, a young couple, I think, no kids of their own, but lots of nieces and nephews often come to visit. They won't ask why that bedroom at the end of the hall is painted pink and still smells of Cameron's Love's Baby soft perfume. The journals on my desk will be long gone, so the wife won't pick one up and flip through it, won't say to her husband, honey, listen to this. My name is Evie now, and here is Evie's story. She grew up in San Francisco, Pine off of Divisadero, kind of the border between Pacific Heights and Western Addition. Yeah, of course she knows where Golden State Park is. She used to go there all the time. Did you ever see the two-headed snake at the Exploratorium? Did you ever go to the Pork Store restaurant? Yeah, Evie loves shopping in the Haight too. They have the coolest clothes over there. But you know what she really misses? Ghirardelli's at the wharf and good sourdough bread and clam chowder. Don't you?